It is time for another Theme Park Coastin Top 10 video, where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Pleasurewood Hills. Starting off at number 10, we have Chairlifts, and no matter whether you want to head from one side of a park to the other, or just get a gentle 4 miles per hour ride through the sky, then this is the ride for you. Similar to many of the other chairlifts from around the world, once you have boarded the ski lift style gondola, you will take off into the sky, providing some incredible views of not only the beautiful scenery, but such rides as Wipeout and Wavebreaker too, all before you finally land in the other station. If you do want to take a return trip though, do not fear, as Chairlift does also provide a return service. All aboard, as for our number 9 position we have the Pleasurewood Hills Express, and despite many people not clarifying a train as a so-called ride, I could not make a trip to the park without taking a ride on this attraction. Featuring a total of unfortunately 0 stops along the way, unlike chairlifts, this ride has not got the one place to the other pool. Nevertheless, if you want a different but also better perspective of the park, then this would be right up your tracks. Ding ding. Yet in a genuine note, my favourite part of this ride has to be the woodland section. But how about you? Comment down below. Have you ever wanted to feel as if you are flying through the air? Well, if so, you must take a ride on our number 8 spot, WaveSwinger, as this swing style attraction definitely gives you that sensation. Nevertheless, before we do begin to talk about the ride itself, over here on Theme Park Coastin, due to this ride being very common around the world, we would recommend trying the more unique rides at the park first. However, if you do choose to ride, you will definitely be in for a treat, with you being able to choose out of either a single or a double seat, which during the ride layout will soar amongst the trees, providing a 2-minute experience that will never be forgotten. Ahoy there me mateys, and welcome to our number 7 position, Shiver Me Timbers, the most swashbuckling ride on the 7 seas. Okay, that was a horrific pirate accent, but this pirate ship attraction sure isn't, with you and your group being able to board one of 10 rows, and for the most intense experience we would recommend the back of the boat. Here is where it gets fun though, as you will then rock back and forth, higher and higher, faster and faster, until you are truly ship shape. However, the question is, can you take on this awesome challenge, or will you become a little seasick along the way? Are you heading to Pleasurewood Hills on a hot UK day? Well, that is extremely unlikely, but no matter when you go, you must head on our number 6 spot, Water Fun Factory, for as the name may suggest, the most fun ride around. This is the park's log flume, and despite it being positioned in a very small space, it definitely does pack a punch. With its many calming turns as well as 2 drops, it will make you wet for the rest of your day. For me though, what I particularly love about this log flume ride is its transformation from the old timber falls, because now not only do you get the thrills of the log flume, but the theming too, making it easily worthy of this position. Top 5, whoop whoop, and coming in for this spot we have got the most excellent ride at the park. Yes, you guessed it, we have Eggspress, and I apologise in advance for my not so funny egg yolks. Originally opening back in 1986 as Ladybird, this is officially the oldest ride at the park, but by no means does this mean it is not a cracking ride, as you experience many bank turns and airtime hills on this very very long train. Just make sure you can get the back of the train, as I cannot express enough how good this acceleration is over those hills. Okay, I promise I'll stop now. Get your sick bags ready, as at our number 4 spot we have Marble Madness, the park's wild mouse attraction, and they have taken the word rough to the next level. Nevertheless, if you are brave enough to ride, you and up to 3 others will set off on a very cute looking train to complete your wild mouse twists and turns, drops, airtime hills, and of course those sharp breaks in between, which we all know and love. How fun does that sound? So at the end of the day, even though this ride can get very rough, if you do try your best to ignore that aspect, I promise you guys that you will have a number 4 worth time. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 2, as taking our number 3 spot we have Jolly Roger, and standing at a total of 40 meters tall, this is definitely not for the faint-hearted. Once you have sat down and buckled into your seat, there is only one way, and that is up to the top of a tower. Yet when you have made it to the top, you will pause for what feels like an eternity, providing some of the best views of the park and even the seas on those clear days. But then this is followed by the 0.8 second drop to the bottom, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that is mega intense. Here we enter the top 2 rides at the park, and after a lot of consideration we have decided to put Cannonball Express at this position. Created by the famous Schwarzkopf, before you even get onto the ride itself, you will know that you will be in for a treat, and you would not be wrong, as some of the elements that you complete on this attraction include bank turns, steep drops, upward helixes, and even a little boost at the end. So if that does not make you want to head to the park right now and take a ride, I don't know what will. Maybe the fact that this is the only type of this coaster left in the world, meaning that this very unique cred will never ever be forgotten. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at the park, we have no other than Wipeout. And before we even start to talk about the ride experience, due to this ride being the most popular attraction on park, we would recommend rushing here near the start if you do want to avoid those very long queues. In terms of the ride itself though, this is a Vekoma boomerang, and as you can probably guess by the name, this is not your normal roller coaster. To begin your adventure, you will rise backwards up a lift hill, then this is followed by a drop, cobra roll and loop. Yet we are only halfway there, as you will then go up another lift hill before doing it all again backwards. How awesome is that? So if you are heading to Pleasurewood Hills in the near future, there is no doubt that in my mind this is a must-do attraction. That is it from our top 10 video today. Of course you will have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you've enjoyed, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you would love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.